Indonesia and Malaysia, two countries that are connected deeply through historical, cultural, and even linguistic ties. In these modern times, stronger political and economic ties are also being pursued, especially by our two state leaders, President Prabowo Subianto and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who just met recently in Jakarta. That is why I'm right here at the Embassy of Malaysia in Jakarta, Indonesia, to meet with my very special guest, His Excellency Dato Syed Mohamad Hasrin Tengku Hussin, the Ambassador of Malaysia to Indonesia, to highlight the ongoing collaboration and future partnership of Indonesia and Malaysia. I am Siska Becker, and this is Ambassador Corner.
Malaysia, situated in Southeast Asia, comprises of peninsular Malaysia, also Sabah and Sarawak on the island of Borneo. Its capital, Kuala Lumpur, is a bustling metropolis known for the iconic Petronas Twin Towers and the new Merdeka 118 Tower, while Putrajaya serves as the administrative center. Malaysia shares land borders with Thailand, Indonesia, and Brunei, and maritime boundaries with several Southeast Asian nations, including Indonesia, Singapore, and the Philippines. Malaysia is a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy, with King Sultan Ibrahim as the ceremonial head of state, or Yang di-Pertuan Agong, and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim leading the government. Home to over 33 million people, Malaysia is renowned for its multicultural society, consisting mainly of Malays, Chinese, Indians, Iban, Kadazan, and many more, living together in a vibrant tapestry of languages, traditions, and religions. As a founding member and current chair of ASEAN, Malaysia plays an active role in regional and global diplomacy. It boasts a mixed and rapidly growing economy with strength in sectors such as electronics, manufacturing, palm oil, petroleum, tourism, and Islamic finance. The country is also focusing on digitalisation and green technology. Culturally, Malaysia is famous for its diverse cuisine, colourful festivals, and rich heritage. Malaysia promotes values of moderation and harmony and is known for its efforts in education, economic development, and regional cooperation. With its strategic location, rich cultural heritage, and dynamic economy, Malaysia continues to emerge as a stable, progressive nation in the heart of Southeast Asia.
Hello, and once again, welcome to Ambassador Corner on TVRI World with me, Siska Becker. I'm now with my very special guest, the Ambassador of Malaysia to Indonesia, His Excellency Syed Mohamad Hasrin Tengku Hussin. First of all, Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for welcoming us to the Malaysian Embassy here. It is my first time visiting, and I'm truly grateful for this opportunity.
Our pleasure. And selamat datang to the Embassy of Malaysia. Thank you for joining us today.
The pleasure is all ours. And we are very excited to learn more about the latest developments of the relations between Indonesia and Malaysia. So if you don't mind, I would like to start off our conversation by asking you about the latest meeting between our state leaders that took place on June 27th between President Prabowo Subianto and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who have reaffirmed the strong ties between Indonesia and Malaysia. Now, from your perspective, what would you say are the most significant takeaways from that meeting in relation to the future of the collaboration of our countries?
Well, it was a very short visit, only about 3 hours, but the Prime Minister described it as very short but very meaningful.
Okay.
So I guess if the meeting is longer, then it will be amplified further.
Yeah.
So it's just to show that the state of bilateral relations between our two countries are very good.
Okay.
I would use it as excellent. And these frequent exchanges of visit between our two leaders, of course, will, pave the way for greater cooperation at the different levels. So yeah, it was very good.
All right. Now, one of the issues that I wanted to talk to you about, first of all, they spoke a lot about security cooperation. Now, what would you say would be the aligning of the strategies between Indonesia and Malaysia in their diplomacy strategies and security strategies in light of the rising geopolitical tensions that is happening in Indo-Pacific region and also with the rising of protectionism in other parts of the world?
Well, I think Malaysia and Indonesia share a lot of commonalities. Not only that, we share a lot of similarities in terms of culture, language, and religion, including family relations on both sides of the border. But at the political level, or even economic level, international level per se, we are both members of course, the United Nations. Both are members of the non-aligned movement, as well as the OIC, and many others organizations. So yeah, we share a lot of common positions on many issues. So I think the most probably common or consistent topic when we talk about global affairs between Malaysia and Indonesia, between the two leaders, you will always hear about our common positions on the issue, the question of Palestine, Myanmar, and now on the economic front, on the importance of multilateralism, of international trade. So, yeah, we have a lot of common positions, and that help us to work together, to voice out same positions on many issues. So one country, perhaps the power is not amplified, but together, Malaysia and Indonesia, and Malaysia and Indonesia in ASEAN, in NAM, in OIC, that could be amplified further, of course, with the support of other countries as well.
Okay, especially in terms of the ASEAN framework, with Malaysia being the chair and also Indonesia as one of the biggest economies in ASEAN. I mean, cooperation between the two countries is really essential to ensure the stability of the region, and that is also said by our state leaders, how important the unity and to have a peaceful regional order. How important it is for Malaysia to make the most of its position as chair of ASEAN to ensure this?
Well, as chair, we are leading the organization or spearheading the organization. But behind the chair, there are also other members. And this engagement, interaction, coming up with common position on issues and, voicing out as not one or two countries, but as 10 countries within ASEAN. That shows that this region is united on those positions at the international level, and it is important in international relations. Malaysia is not a big country. Of course, Indonesia is much bigger than us. But some analysts, they categorize Malaysia and Indonesia as middle power, mid-sized power. And if you combine the two countries, you are 282 million, we are 30 plus. The whole ASEAN is almost 700 million. So the economy put together, it's a powerful voice. So so it is important that Malaysia and Indonesia have very good relations bilaterally, and that will contribute to greater stability in ASEAN as a united front, and making sure that our region is safe, stable, and hopefully will be prosperous.
Yes, I think that's all of our wishes, Your Excellency. And to follow up on your statement about the economic significance of ASEAN, that brings me to my last question for this segment. It's about our trade relations, which our state leaders have also said is of much importance, especially on the last meeting that they had, that they want to improve and elaborate on the existing agreements they already have. Now, I want to ask you, do you have anything to share with us in terms of trade agreements, maybe in the palm oil sector, because that is one of the our biggest significance in the world trade right now. Yes, Indonesia and Malaysia are the biggest palm oil producers in the world.
Indonesia is a very important country for Malaysia in terms of economic cooperation. Indonesia is our second largest trading partner in ASEAN and the sixth largest trading partner globally. Our total trade last year was about 25 billion US dollar, and the target that has been set by our leaders a few years back is $30 billion. So we are not there yet. We were close in 2022. Our total trade was recorded at around 29.4 something billion. But then because of the global uncertainty and other challenges, it has come down a bit, but the commitment is still there to realize the target set at 30 billion US dollar. And if you compare probably bilateral trade between Malaysia or Indonesia with other countries, our bilateral trade, it's a big amount. So it shows that not only that we share borders, but we are also the two largest economy in Southeast Asia. So in 2023, we signed the border trade agreement and also the border cooperation agreement. That is to promote further economic cooperation between the two countries, and with this uncertainty at the global economic level, it is important that we enhance intra-ASEAN trade and trade at the border, and hopefully, this year will be a good year for both countries.
All right, so a lot of encouraging updates, but much room for improvement.
Of course.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much. Thanks to the conversation, we were able to catch up with the latest developments in the relations between Indonesia and Malaysia. We're now going to take a short break, but when we get back, it is time to get up close and personal with yourself, Your Excellency. I hope you're ready for that. Don't go anywhere. Ambassador Corner, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ambassador Corner on TVRI World. Still with me, Siska Becker, and my special guest, His Excellency Dato Syed Mohamad Hasrin Tengku Hussin, the Malaysian Ambassador to Indonesia. Mr. Ambassador, as we promised our viewers in this segment, we would like to get to know you better, especially about your career and also your experiences living in Indonesia. Now, as we understand, you began your political career, your career in diplomacy in 1994. You received your bachelor degree from the University of Arizona in political science, your master's degree in public management from a university in Singapore. But we want to know, of course, through all the posting that you had as Malaysian permanent representative in the UN and also at United Arab Emirates and Indonesia, we want to go back first to know exactly what inspired you to pursue a career in diplomacy.
I always like general knowledge, history, and international relations.
Okay.
So I guess the interest has been there since I was young, and majoring in political science and international relations, the most natural path career was probably being a diplomat. So I was lucky enough to be selected to be the Malaysian diplomat and serve in those countries that you have mentioned.
Okay. Now, after all your experiences posted in different countries, now you're in Indonesia, and as close as we are as neighboring countries. I mean, we are so deeply connected through cultural ties, historical ties, even linguistic styles, but still there's a dynamic between the two countries, right? So if you could explain to us, since you were posted here and you live here day by day with Indonesians, what would you say is the biggest misunderstanding that Indonesians have about Malaysia and vice versa, of how Malaysia see Indonesia?
I guess the enemy is being complacent. Maybe we think that because we speak almost the same language, we eat similar food, and we think that we really know each other. There are a lot of commonalities, similarities, but there are also some differences, and this you need to dive in deeper. And the only way to do that is to get to know the country better. I mean, for Malaysia, we have to get to know Indonesia better, and vice versa. Maybe for Malaysians, I suppose we think that we know Indonesia more because your top songs here will be aired in Malaysia. We watch your cinetrons, your movies, and it's not dubbed, right? So by doing that, you tend to pick up the nuances, the differences in terms of, for example, one word may mean differently in Malaysia and Indonesia. If you do not have this knowledge, either by watching movies or listening to song or engaging with Indonesians, you will never know, and that can create confusion. I mean, if we're friends, it's okay. If you are businessmen or maybe diplomats, we might, that can affect the trust building. So then you need time to, repair the damage. But if you, I guess, know each other much better, then that can be avoided. But having said that, I think among the diplomats here, they are quite envious of Malaysian diplomats because they, from their perspective, they think that we know Indonesia much more. I think it's a fair statement. I think, I guess it's the same with Indonesian diplomats in Malaysia because, but in Malaysia, most of our events, if it involves foreigners, it will be in English. Which is different than here, because in Indonesia, let's say if I go to Kamlu, the foreign minister is giving a briefing, or there is an event with foreign diplomats, he will be speaking in Bahasa Indonesia. So sometimes Kamlu officials or the event EO people there will come with,
translator devices.
To me, and I said,
no need.
I said, thank you.
I'm good.
I'm good. But it's also interesting to see some of the diplomats, like the UK ambassador. He also, most of the time, I don't see him using the interpretation device. So it's quite interesting to see that. So I guess the straight answer is we need to interact more.
All right.
And don't be complacent.
I mean, you are right, Your Excellency. There is such strong kinship between our countries. That's why we call it serumpun.
That's true.
We are in the same rumpun, right? But even though so, we believe that there's always something to learn from each other.
Of course.
So I would like to know about your own experience. What has been the biggest lesson in your posting here in Indonesia in your diplomatic career?
Don't take things for granted, I suppose. But this is my second tour here, and I enjoyed my posting here because I think the Indonesian people are very open. Of course, they are very friendly, and because if I do not open my mouth too much, they may think that I'm Indonesian. So yeah, that helps, right? So you can talk about anything, about food, about attractions out there, about movies, about. So it's very enjoyable.
Okay.
So I think that will be probably the most memorable or something that you cannot find somewhere else.
Okay, that's actually very pleasant to learn that you have had such an enjoyable experience living in Indonesia. Now, if I could take this last time of the second segment so I can get a message from you, Your Excellency, to the young people watching us right now who probably wish to pursue also a career in diplomacy, young Indonesians, even young Malaysians, the future of the strengthening of ties between our countries, what would you say to them?
You have to read a lot.
Oh, okay.
And really go on the ground, meet people. I think that is the best way. Then you will get all the beats on the ground. Not only from reading books or watching TVs.
Yeah.
So that the interaction, I think it's you must have that interest. So if you're a loner, quiet, people perhaps diplomacy is going to be a challenge for you. But if you like to interact with people, because basically before this event I don't know you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but to be a diplomat, you must have that passion to talk and just have a chit chat, even over nothing.
Okay, you have to be a people's person to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
And I think probably one of the things that the young people can do right now is to travel to each other countries.
Very
Indonesians travel to Malaysia and Malaysia travels to Indonesia. Now, talking about traveling to Malaysia, I would love to know more actually about the touristic destinations in Malaysia. We'll be talking about that in the next segment after this, Your Excellency. Don't go anywhere, Ambassador Corner. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Ambassador Corner on TV, RI World. This is our last segment. I'll be continuing my conversation with my very special guest, His Excellency Dato Syed Mohamad Hasrin Tengku Hussin, the Malaysian ambassador to Indonesia. Your Excellency, actually, if I can be honest, from the beginning of our conversation, I've been very excited to get to know these two adorable mascots that we have next to us. Now, please introduce us to them.
Well, on my left is Manja.
Manja,
okay. And on my right is Wira. So they are our mascots for the Visit Malaysia year 2026.
Okay, and they are like native bears.
Sun bear,
Okay, so adorable. So Visit Malaysia 2026. Of course, this is very good news for a lot of Indonesians because we love traveling to Malaysia. There's so much to enjoy, the culture, and there's so much history also that we can enjoy there. But of course, one of our most favorite activities to do whenever we go to Malaysia is to enjoy the food. There's so much good food to enjoy. But we know a lot of food that are already popular in Indonesia, like nasi lemak, nasi kandar, and so on. But of course, in this opportunity, we would love to learn more about things we don't know yet about Malaysia, like the food, the culture. How would you suggest to Indonesians who want to know more about Malaysia, more than they already know of? What are the ways? Are there like cultural activities or festivals that we can attend in Malaysia?
There are a lot of things to do. Of course, I suppose you need to do a bit of a research based on your passion, of course, what you like to do when you visit a country. And traveling without food, I guess it will not be complete.
Yes.
And to enjoy the varieties of Malaysian dishes, I suppose you need to travel to places that are not commonly visited by Indonesians. But of course in Kuala Lumpur or Penang, most of the dishes in Malaysia are available. But if you go to the source, then perhaps you can learn more about the cuisines and also, you know, what behind the stories behind the cuisine and everything. So I suppose, yeah, just go and venture out.
Sounds intriguing. Now, as we mentioned quite numerous times before in our conversation, there's a lot of commonalities between Indonesia and Malaysia, including in our culture, which has been, you know, the source of a few dynamics in our relationship. But if you could explain to us, how would you say the Malaysian culture, although very much deeply connected to Indonesia, is distinct in itself?
I guess in culture or in language, things are not stagnant. So it will become dynamic. Things will change. I suppose in cuisines, that will be the same. Like in Malaysia, we are quite well known for the tag Malaysia Truly Asia. So basically, in a nutshell, that it is a combination of the cultures that exist in Malaysia, the Malay culture, the Chinese, the Indians, and also the indigenous people of Malaysia. So when you mix all this culture together, that is Malaysia. I suppose it's the same in Indonesia. Both our countries are a multicultural country. And if you have so many diverse things, so the best way is to embrace and celebrate it.
That's true. Very well said, Mr. Ambassador. And there is another one thing that we have in common. Our culture is rich and so diverse. So for people, especially Indonesians, who are visiting Malaysia for the very first time and would love to see for themselves, immerse themselves, as one might say, in the diversity and the rich cultural heritage of Malaysia, what would you suggest to them? Where should they visit? Where should they go? What should they do?
Well, if you like history, then I suppose you need to visit Malacca and Penang. Of course, if you like big city life, Kuala Lumpur, Penang too. If you like to, you know, get connected with the jungles or forests, then you need to travel out. In the peninsular Malaysia, we have also some of the attractions there, but of course in Sabah and Sarawak too. And you know, because Sabah and Sarawak share borders with Kalimantan, they both sides share a lot of culture together. And but if you cross the border, maybe you might find something that is uniquely different, distinctive in Malaysia and of course in Indonesia. So with this improved and better connectivity that is existing between Malaysia and Indonesia, I think the best way is just, you know, to grab your bag and either fly or take the bus
Very well
across
said.
the border.
Personally, I've always wanted to visit the Sabah Sarawak region. I mean, I visited Malaysia a couple of times, different regions, but mostly it's the peninsula, to KL a few times. I enjoyed very festive New Year's at JB this last New Year's, and we had a lot of fun, but Sabah and Sarawak has always been on my bucket list. Hopefully, after this meeting, I can make that to come true. So, Mr. Ambassador, before we proceed to the last part of this segment, which is always my favorite part of an interview, I would like to ask you, in your posting in a lot of countries, including Indonesia, what do you miss the most about your home country, Malaysia, both culturally and emotionally?
I suppose, of course, family members. But food, you might get Malaysian dishes in countries that you are posted to, but nothing beats eating the same food in your own country. But as what do you call it in Malay? It's called pengobat rindu. It's just to, you know, to make you remember your country. Then you either buy those cuisines outside or you make your own. and enjoy it with family as well as friends,
Okay. Another one thing we have in common, our love for food, Mr. Ambassador, right? So as you said, the best way to enjoy Malaysian food is to come to Malaysia and enjoy it there. We'll not be able to do that, but we have the second best thing. We're going to enjoy Malaysian food at the Malaysian Embassy in Jakarta. Before we dig in, Your Excellency, please explain to us what do we have here.
Well, that is nasi lemak,
Okay.
which is wrapped in banana leaf.
Very famous.
That's the best way to eat.
Oh, okay.
Because all the fragrance is in there, and then when you open it, first you smell it, and then
I know.
you enjoy
I love
it.
nasi lemak. Yes, it's such a comfort food.
This is pulut panggang.
On this, I've never tried before.
There are a lot of varieties even in Malaysia. The basic things are the same except for the inside.
Okay.
Can be fish, can be shrimp.
Yes.
And can also be beef or chicken.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one here?
This one I think you also have this year.
Yeah. We call it dadar gulung in here. I don't know what you
Almost
call it.
the same, yeah. They have many names in
okay.
Malaysia, yeah. So,
all right. So again, I think we are seeing again the strong ties between our countries through our food. I think this is the best way to reach a stronger ties, people-to-people connection. Food diplomacy, I think, always works best.
Yeah, very true.
So before we try this very enticing food that we have here on the table, to close off our conversation, to conclude this segment as well, maybe you have something you can convey to the Indonesians that are watching our program about your commitment to ensure that the ties between Indonesia and Malaysia can only become stronger, especially during your ambassadorship here in Indonesia.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you get a posting order from your government, of course, what would you like to do is, to maintain or enhance the bilateral relations between our two countries. Of course, at the political level, I think we already have all the mechanism.
Yeah.
The relations between Malaysia and Indonesia at the political G2G level is very comprehensive. Economically, we talk about it. There are still, it's already very good in terms of numbers, but there are still a lot of improvements that there are a lot of room for improvements that we can do. But at the end of the day, it's the relations between the two peoples. So that it's something that we are really focused on and committed to enhance. And we are very fortunate because after COVID, the connectivity between the two countries are now much better, and you can see that in terms of numbers of Malaysians visiting Indonesia and vice versa. I just read an article, Malaysians are still the number one largest visitors to Indonesia, and we hope that could be improved further, because the only way to strengthen bilateral relations more meaningfully is when people-to-people relations are up and running smoothly.
All right. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you for sharing with us your insights and your precious time. It's truly been an honor to be here at the Malaysian Embassy for this conversation.
You're most welcome.
And thank you for joining us for this edition of Ambassador Corner. We'll see you next time on TVRI World. As for now, please excuse me as I want to dive deep into the nasi lemak that is right there on the table for us. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siska Baker. Until next time, goodbye.